Please, I can't sleep.
It's time to listen to Courtney at last on the Ramblings of an Insomniac podcast.
Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Listen to those sounds. Nice, huh? Welcome to episode 80 of the Ramblings of an Insomniac. I am Courtney Perry. Good morning. Top of the morning to ya. I am outside and it is like 8:30 in the morning. I'm getting ready to go exercise my dogs, and I have a full schedule today. I have a full plan, and I don't know how I'm going to get it all accomplished, but I also have a lot going on, and I'm trying to kind of shake it off, do my best to shake off this doom and gloom mode I've been in. And it's a little chilly out this morning, but it feels good to breathe in that cold air. You know, it's been so hot. It's been so stuffy that it feels kind of great to be breathing in this nice kind of crisp air. That's always feels good, smells good. I'm so blessed. I'm so fortunate to be able to breathe in this fresh, clean air. And again, I always try to really drive home the fact that I am grateful, I'm thankful every single day that I have clean air, clean water, that I have not only a home, but a beautiful home. And I have beautiful surroundings and amazing neighbors and friends. And I'm just incredibly fortunate. So, but on that, well, not but, that sounds like I'm like, well, I'm very fortunate. However, on a somber note, no, I wanted to talk about a couple of different things today. And that is, again, I've been kind of trying to touch on pride and how being prideful is a good thing. It's not arrogant. It's not boastful. It's being proud of your heritage or proud of your gender or proud of the job that you have, proud of yourself as a parent or a sibling or, just taking pride in your job or whatever. These are good things. It's good to be prideful. And I think that Americans have kind of lost that pride. In a way, I think half of us have kind of lost it in the sense that we're mourning it. I guess we should say we're mourning the fact that we used to be so proud to call ourselves Americans, and now so many people are burning the flag, spitting on the flag, tearing down flags. And we used to, show off that we were Americans. We were proud. We would wear shirts. The 4th of July was our jam. We were like, yeah. And, lighting fireworks and just really honoring our country. And unfortunately, half of us have got to the point that we have no respect whatsoever, zero respect for our country. And then the other half of us have, I think, even more pride. It has awoken the beast. It has stirred something up inside of us where we're like, we are so proud that we want to show it off in full force. We want to decorate our trucks. We want to decorate our houses. We want to wear those t-shirts, those sweatshirts, and make those TikTok videos. And what's sad to me is I saw a video of, I don't remember the actress, but basically how she was talking about how the flag isn't just for Republicans, it's for Democrats too, and that they're proud. And I'm like, well, you guys certainly don't, you have a funny way of showing that you're proud. And then somebody else was saying how, well, they wore an American oath. Just a moment. Anyway, sorry, my dog was taking off and being a butthead. But she was saying that if you wore an American flag, well, I saw someone with an American flag on their T-shirt, and so they're hateful. And it's like, so you're saying that when someone wears a shirt with our country's flag on it, that means that we are hateful, not proud, not full of pride, not feeling, patriotic. No, it means now suddenly the American flag stands for hate. That's funny because I always thought it stood for diversity. I thought that's why people from all over the world, I thought that's why people that all over the world wanted to come to America. People like risked death, left some of their family members and risked coming over here, and because we were so diverse and because we're such an amazing country. So for a country that's just apparently so shitty, why is it that everybody still, with our crappy president, with our idiotic joke of a president, people still want to come here? Granted, a lot of Hispanic people want to come here because they're part of the cartel and they want to have a better home base for sex trafficking and drugs and infiltrate our country. So they don't have good reasons. But there are people from Mexico that want to come here because they genuinely just want to start a better life, because it is a country full of opportunity. But those opportunities are now just being handed. Now you don't have to work for anything. In fact, the lazier you are, the more you get. If you're illegal, have some more. If you're a drug addict, here's some more. How sad is that? So if you're an obese, lazy drug addict and you're an illegal immigrant, and you also happen to be black and transgender, well, frick, you have just hit the mother load. You have hit the mother load. You will never have to work a day in your fucking life. You have retired, baby. So I guess that's what I identify as. I identify from now going forward as an illegal immigrant, as a transgender, non-binary, illegal immigrant. I'm going to put on a bunch of weight, and I'll file for unemployment, and then I will now start reaping all of the rewards. That'll be great. What if everybody did that? What if we all just stopped working? Who's going to pay taxes? Who is going to pay taxes? Who is going to run this country? If there's nobody that's working, then there are no taxes to be had. And now COVID, supposedly they're gearing up for COVID, another COVID. Let me just tell you what, fuck off. No one is going to do that. People are going to take a stand. Like I talked about the other day, people did it once, but people aren't going to do that shit again. I don't know what the hell they think they're trying to pull, but that shit's not going to fly. Not again. No. That's going to cause a lot of issues in this country or any other country, I would bet, if they start pulling the COVID shutdown, lockdown, mask shit again, vaccination shit again. That's just going to be the dumbest fucking thing. It's going to be a dumb move. Really the wrong move. Mo. Good boy. Good boy. So yeah, not really sure about that. Anyway, so those are some things that have been keeping me up. Pride in ourselves too. Like, a lot of people don't even dress well anymore. And I don't mean that dress well as in dress expensive, wear skirts, wear suits. I just mean people seem to wear things that have holes all over on purpose, which is a style. That's a style. That's a fashion choice. I totally get it. but it's different. Like people, okay, let me rephrase. People will wear really, really baggy sweats and sweatshirts and not brush their hair, not brush their teeth, have yesterday's makeup on. Now, I get doing that once in a while. I get that in your own home. I get sometimes you just want to run to the mini mart or something. Hell, I did that today. Wear sweats and a sweatshirt, sweats and a sweatshirt, nothing wrong with it. But I'm talking when they're just baggy and holey and stained and you're just wearing this out. And I'm like, what happened to having a little bit of dignity? Just a little bit. Again, if you want to wear sweats, maybe have them fit a little bit better or not have stains all over them. If you're not just running out for a moment, I'm talking about if you're just going to be genuinely out and about. I saw someone show up to an interview, and it's not because she didn't have other clothes. I've seen her other clothes. She has other clothes, but she showed up in sweatpants, a t-shirt that went down to her knees that had basically a child's logo on it, and it looked like her hair wasn't brushed. To an interview. That's odd to me. I don't know what happened to everybody seems to want to post things online, post jobs online, and they want people to apply online. And that's so bizarre to me. Why on earth would you want people to apply? Some people will even go out of their way to say apply online only. So you don't want to see what this person looks like. And I don't mean that because I care about race or gender at all. I just mean I want to know if someone took the time and the energy to take a shower, to brush their hair. If you don't have money to buy decent clothing, I get that. That's fine. I totally get that. I just want to know that you took the time to brush your teeth, brush your hair, and make some effort. I want to know that you took the time to get there, to get to the interview, to shake my hand, to look me in the eyes. Looking someone in the eyes and shaking their hand, super important, I feel. That's a lost thing that we don't care about anymore. That is important. Can someone look you in the eyes? Do we look anybody in the eyes anymore? No, we do everything over our computers, over our phones. We do nothing in person anymore. We don't touch anymore. We don't look people in the eyes. We don't shake hands. I want that. In an interview, I want to know what that person's like, if they're respectful. Do they have a firm handshake? Can they look me in the eye? Are they going to make an effort at all? Are they going to make an effort to get there? Do they have to take a bus? Do they have to take a taxi? Do they have to get a ride from someone? Did they show up on time? Now it's just kind of like fill out an application. I want to know these things just dropping off an application. Obviously, during an interview, they have to get there. Obviously, during an interview, they have to shake your hand or look you in. I mean, they don't have to, but those are some things I would look for if they come to an interview. I would look for, did they shake your hand? Did they look you in the eye? Did they dress appropriately? Did they shower? But even just dropping off an application, that's what I was going for. Dropping off an application or picking up an application or both, dropping off and picking up an application. Again, brushing your hair, brushing your teeth. You don't have to wear a suit and get all fancy, but did you brush your hair? Did you brush your teeth? Are you wearing clean clothes? Are you wearing appropriate clothes? Or are you wearing something that shows off your boobs or shows off if you're a guy? I don't know, is what would be revealing. You're not going to show up in a Speedo. That'd be inappropriate unless, you're a lifeguard. Maybe they're looking for that. I don't know. Oh, shapoopy. I have lost the Bonnie. Bonnie down. We've got a Bonnie down. One moment. Okay. God, you guys are probably like, would you just freaking keep an eye on your dogs for fuck's sakes, woman? Be a responsible dog owner. All right. So, Speedo. Yes. I suppose you could show up in a Speedo if you're a dude and come. Like I said, if you're doing lifeguard stuff, then maybe that'd be appropriate. But I just feel that even when you're dropping off or picking up an application, like I said, dress in clean clothes. wash your hair, wash your hands, brush your hair, brush your teeth, look someone in the eyes, shake hands. And plus, again, I think you should have to fill out an application like handwriting, like not typed. I think your resume should be typed. Your resume should be typed. I feel that personally, your application, you should have to handwrite it. I want to know that you can spell. I want to know that you know grammar. I want to see what your penmanship looks like. Not that you can help necessarily your penmanship, but I want to see that you're trying. These are things that I used to get graded on in school. I don't know how many of you went to schools where you were graded on your penmanship. Mosby, come. Not only graded, but my teachers, if they didn't like your penmanship, if they felt that it was messy, would give you your paper back and you would have to rewrite it. They would give it back to you and you would have to rewrite the entire thing. Now, for me, this sucked extra hard because the only reason my penmanship was so crappy was my teachers from preschool all the way to 5th grade forced me to use my right hand. I was a lefty. I was born a lefty. Kept trying to write with my left hand. Kept trying to use scissors with my left hand. Tried to do everything with my left hand. And one of the preschools I went to, for real, had nuns, and they would slap a ruler down on the desk anytime I would use my left hand. They would slap a ruler on the desk. It was insane. And then that continued all the way to 5th grade. Believe it or not, I'm only 49, and this continued all the way into 4th grade. So it was crazy. But at any rate, I got graded on my penmanship when it wasn't my fault that my handwriting was crap. So that was kind of a really big bummer. But I feel like when you have to handwrite something, again, it's how much time and energy are you willing to put in? How much time and energy are you willing to put in for this job? How much do you want this job? And now everything is done online. Things are just, you don't look people in the eye anymore. And I understand when you have an interview, you do. But I just feel like there's more leading up to an interview that's a lost art that people don't do anymore. And it's sad because the people growing up in this world are getting away with just everything. We're teaching them no accountability. We are not teaching them hard work or to work at all. Not only hard work, we're not even teaching them that work is important, which means we're not teaching them ethics or morals. We're not teaching them respect, that's for sure. We're not teaching them to appreciate the outdoors. They'd rather be on a virtual reality thing looking at trees. It's like there's fucking trees outside. Go outside and look at trees. Go outside. Go in the actual real world. Go into nature. Why are you looking at it through a screen? We're just raising a bunch of unaccountable, lazy, entitled, obese brats that have no respect and no pride. Again, it goes back to pride. Now, pride somehow, when you are part of the LGBTQ XYZ V triple X to the ninth power pi group, somehow you have decided that you're the epitome of pride. You've confiscated the rainbow, and now you're taking on the word pride and acting like it's exclusive to you. I've never seen a bunch of people that were not proud. You're not proud of yourself if you're going around shaking your dick and your tits in everyone's face. You have no pride in yourself or others. Don't tell me that as you are walking around half naked, forcing people to notice you, forcing people to believe what you believe, throwing temper tantrums if they don't believe in what you believe. That's not pride. That's insecurity. That's being a bully. That's being ignorant. That's being childish. Pride is not going around suing people because a shop won't bake a cake for you. That's you being a childish, entitled brat. So pride is not even part of the equation. If that's how you behave, same with, don't tell me that you have pride being black or pride being white or pride being Asian or whatever when you're going around doing the same thing. Forcing your culture, forcing your heritage upon others. That's not being proud. That's being dominant. That's being a bully. That is trying to get a free ride. Anybody that's forcing their culture, forcing their beliefs down other people's throats, or anybody that's going around showing off their body in showing pretty much everything off except for maybe having two little stickies on your tits, just on the nipples, and one little fig leaf that is covering your vagina. But other than that, your whole body is exposed and you have a piece of floss up your ass, and then tell me, no, I'm just proud of my body. You can be proud of your body. You don't need to force it on everybody else. You can be proud of your body without showing off every single bit of it. Now, I know that's just me saying, modest. I think you should be proud of your body, no matter what shape, size, or color it is. No matter how tall you are, you should 100% be proud of your body, no matter if you're overweight, no matter if you have scars, no matter if you are missing limbs. You should rock that body, be proud of that body, have pride in that body. But that doesn't mean you need to go around being naked in front of everybody else and shoving that body onto everybody else. And then claim when someone looks at you, oh, they just want me because of my body. Oh, they don't take me seriously. Well, you don't take yourself seriously. And you want people to want you for your body. That is why you're showing off your body. You don't get to say in one breath, don't look at my boobs while you're showing your boobs off. Don't look at my legs while you're showing your legs off. That is you not taking yourself seriously, not having pride in yourself, and then having the audacity to get mad when people oogle you. People don't notice your brain first. They notice if your tits are hanging out. Your brain is not out for everybody to see. Your brain is not on display. You have to actually prove that you're intelligent. And if your way of proving that you're intelligent is wearing a short skirt so short that when you bend over, your ass cheeks hang out or your coochie hangs out when you sit down, no one's going to think, well, that's an intelligent woman necessarily. That's not going to be the first thing that comes to their mind. That's not a bad thing. That doesn't make someone an asshole. It means you want people to look at your coochie and your ass. It means you think you have a good looking cooter and you have a nice looking ass and you have a great body and you want to show it off. Okay, good on you. Be proud of that body. But you don't need to force it on everyone else. And if you do force it on everyone else, the first thing that we think of when we see you is not going to be, there is an intelligent genius right there. There's a genius. No, sorry, it's not. And that's not our problem. That's not everybody else's issue. That's a you issue. Just like if you're a dude and you look like a dude and you are wearing a sundress and you are wearing heels and you have a purse and you're wearing makeup. Well, I mean, a lot of dudes wear makeup, but you get my point. But you have not shaved your armpits and you haven't shaved your legs. And let's say this sundress is like down to your knees so you can see your legs and your legs are super hairy and you have really big muscular calves. And you have chest hair hanging out the top of your sundress, and you have a whole big thing of pit hair, and you have a beard. You're sporting a beard, but you have heels on and a sundress and a sun hat. I'm sorry. people are going to look at you and they're going to at first do a double take because it is a little different. It is a little shocking. The same way that if a dude in a, 5 foot high spiky mohawk with a spiky collar and black lipstick, if they walk by, you're going to notice. Why? Because most people don't have humongous spiky mohawks wearing gigantic spiky necklaces and chains. Most people don't. So you're going to notice it. You're going to notice things that are not the norm. If something is out of the norm, people are going to notice. So you don't get to get all butt hurt when people notice. Clearly, you want to be noticed. That is your entire goal. That is your goal. It just grades on my last nerve when people have the audacity to be like, don't look at me. Why does everybody stare at me when I am wearing chains from my nose to my ears and I have a gigantic, colorful mohawk of every color in the rainbow? I don't get why people are looking at me. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You wanted that. You thought, wow, I like this look. I love this look. But you also knew the people were going to look at you. And if you didn't, you're an idiot. Then you're not intelligent. Sorry, but you're not. Just like if you're a dude that has a beard and chest hair and big ol' armpit hair and hairy legs and you're wearing a dress that goes to your knees and your chest hair is coming out the top of the sundress and you're walking around like that, people are going to look at you and you're going to get some funny looks. Deal with it. Deal with that. That is you choosing to appear that way and you knowing you made the conscious decision to walk out the door that way because you thought, hey, this looks fabulous. I look fabulous. Cool beans. You wear what you want. I don't give a shit. I genuinely do not care. You wear whatever you want. I'm just saying that if your cooter's hanging out, people are not going to think, the very first thing that they think is not going to be that you're intelligent. I'm not saying you're not intelligent at all. I'm not saying that if you dress provocatively that you're not intelligent. There are a lot of extraordinarily intelligent women that dress like a hoe bag. That's totally fine. If you love your body and you want to rock your body, you rock that body like no one's business. But don't also expect that people, their very, very first thought when they look at you is that you're intelligent. If you're a dude, dress as a woman. Again, people's first thought, most people's, not all, but most people's first thought is not going to be like, damn, he looks fantastic. Look at that guy. Or just ignore it. Most people are going to see it and go, huh, interesting. Doesn't mean they hate it. Doesn't mean they're against it. Doesn't mean they're phobic. They're just going, huh, interesting. Doesn't make them bad. Doesn't make them phobic, hateful people. No, it does not. It just means they're going to notice because you chose for people to notice. So those are some things that have been on my mind, some things keeping me up. Our pride seems to be dwindling, or people's definition of pride seems to have changed, I guess. Pride, again, to me, does not mean going around destroying things, does not mean going around shoving your penis or your boobs in people's faces, or going around throwing temper tantrums and screaming at people. Having big parades, gigantic parades in which you act like a fool is not pride in your sexual orientation. To me, that's disgrace to the LGBTQ community. That is a disgusting show of what your community is. I think that's not prideful. I think you are erasing things that community has worked very, very hard against. Well, you're erasing things that people have worked hard to work hard for. They worked hard to be accepted. They worked hard for it to be not a big deal anymore, to be so accepted. And now it's like we are regressing. We are regressing, and people are now back to, wow, I'm not going to have this shoved down my throat. I don't need this in my neighborhood, because now, like I said, they're giving it a bad name. So we don't need to be going backwards. We need to be going forward. Progressive. It's supposed to be progress, and now progressive has turned into going backwards somehow. How did progressive now mean taking about 20 steps backwards, 100 steps backwards? I thought progress meant moving forward. Progress meant achieving something, accomplishing something. Progress is like, wow, we've made progress. We have got something achieved. We have made a dent. Now progress means let's go back. I don't even know what time period this would be, because it's so weird. It's like we're segregating again, which is odd, while screaming how accepting we are. I scratch my head. It's like that I could have had a V8. Ugh, I just want to hit my head. I could have had a V8. It's a very interesting time right now, to say the least. Interesting is an understatement. But I think we need to get back to pride, the true meaning of pride, having some respect for ourselves and others, having some integrity, having some humility. We have no humility anymore. We are not embarrassed at all by the way we behave. We are not humble. We are boastful. We boast, and we are not embarrassed by the least in our childish temper tantrums. So we need to find that humility. We need to find that pride. I hope we do. I really hope we do, because I am fearful where this country is going, where our world is going if we don't. Ugh, I'm being bombed again by an airplane. Lord. So those are some things keeping me up. I hope in your neck of the woods things are going well. Oh my gosh, this plane. Lord have mercy, you guys. I hope that things are going well in your neck of the woods. And whatever you have planned today, I hope you achieve it. Here's some motivation, some sprinkling motivation coming your way. I'm sending air and blowing air away. Pushing the motivation toward you in hopes that you get whatever you are trying to get done. I need to go into work for a couple hours today. I have to work for a bit on my day off, which is annoying. And it's in the middle of the day, which is extra annoying because I feel like I can't get anything done. I hate it when things are in the middle of the day. You just feel like you can't plan around it. It's just always looming over you. But I do have a lot on my agenda that I need to achieve, and I am procrastinating. Well, not procrastinating, because one of the things I needed to achieve that I wanted to achieve was this podcast. So there we go. Check mark. Mission accomplished. I love check marking things off. But I need to do about 1 trillion other things, but it's okay. I'm going to focus on what I have accomplished, which is exercising the dogs. That's the other thing I've done. Feeding the animals. I've done that. So I've accomplished some things. I have fed the dogs. I have done a podcast. I've exercised the dogs. There we go. So I'm sprinkling motivation your way. I am sending gratitude your way. And until next time, thanks for listening to the Ramblings of an Insomniac.